Imagine a discovery so simple, so quietly revolutionary, that it doesn't require a pill, a supplement, or a gadget, only your breath. In 2025, neuroscientists uncovered something that seems almost unbelievable, a specific breathing rhythm that can awaken what they call the brain's sleep superpower. They named it the 444 pattern, an ancient yet newly validated way of breathing that activates the part of your brain responsible for deep, restorative sleep. For decades, we've been chasing better rest through technology, yet the real key has been hidden within us all along: the rhythm of our own lungs. This method isn't a fad or a mystical promise. It's a bridge between science and spirit, ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience. Researchers found that this rhythm synchronizes the brain's electrical patterns, allowing it to shift naturally into deep repair mode. Some even call it the conscious sleep switch. In monasteries, it was once used to enter trance-like states. Now, it's being studied to treat insomnia, anxiety, and burnout. So, what exactly is the 4-4-4 breathing technique, and why is it transforming how we rest and awaken? Let's uncover the hidden mechanism that's been waiting in every breath you take. We live in an age where sleep has become a luxury, not a natural rhythm, but a battle. Our nights are no longer silent sanctuaries of recovery. They've turned into restless hours of mental noise, blue light, and endless scrolling. Modern life has fragmented the ancient harmony between our breath, our body, and our brain. The World Health Organization reports that over 60% of people now suffer from some form of sleep disturbance: insomnia, shallow rest, or nocturnal anxiety. But this isn't just fatigue. It's a silent epidemic that's reshaping our moods, our focus, even our sense of purpose. Think about it. We charge our phones more carefully than our minds. We stare into glowing screens that hijack the same neural circuits meant for calm and nightfall. The natural waves that once guided the brain into sleep, alpha and theta rhythms, are drowned by digital interference. Our nervous systems, flooded with cortisol, stay locked in survival mode long after the day ends. And here's the deeper tragedy. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's how the brain heals, reorganizes, and rebalances every system in the body. When that process is broken, everything starts to fall apart. Our emotions, our creativity, even our immune system. But what if there was a way to restore the code, to breathe the rhythm that nature designed for deep sleep itself? We've built an entire industry around the illusion of rest: pills, powders, essential oils, meditation apps, all promising a night of perfect sleep. Yet somehow, millions still wake up exhausted. Why? Because these solutions only treat the symptoms of insomnia, not its source. They soothe the mind temporarily, but never touch the ancient biological mechanism that regulates deep rest: the breath. Prescription sleep aids may shut down consciousness, but they don't activate the brain's self-healing processes. They replace natural sleep with chemical sedation, a state that leaves the body unrefreshed and dependent. Meditation apps, on the other hand, try to calm the mind, but for many people, overthinking still takes over the moment the lights go out. Even yoga and mindfulness classes, while beneficial, often skip one crucial detail: the pattern of breath that unlocks the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for relaxation, repair, and deep sleep. It's not about how long you rest, but how you breathe while resting. When your breath is shallow or uneven, your body interprets it as stress. When it's rhythmic and intentional, your brain receives a clear signal. You are safe. You can let go. That's why the real key to effortless sleep isn't external. It's internal, hidden in the ancient rhythm of the 4-4-4 breath. The rediscovery of the 4-4-4 breathing technique began, surprisingly, not in a lab, but in a monastery high in the Himalayas. In early 2025, a group of neuroscientists studying the brain waves of meditating monks noticed something extraordinary. When these monks entered deep trance states, a kind of waking sleep, their breathing followed a perfect rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Nothing forced, nothing strained, just an effortless, balanced pattern that seemed to quiet every storm in the nervous system. Intrigued, researchers brought this rhythm back to the lab. Using EEG and fMRI imaging, they discovered that this simple pattern wasn't just relaxing, it was transforming the brain. Within minutes, it synchronized neural oscillations between the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system, regions responsible for emotion regulation and sleep initiation. The data showed a consistent rise in alpha and theta brainwaves, the same frequencies seen in deep meditation and restorative sleep. Further analysis revealed something even more profound. During this breathing rhythm, the brainstem's reticular activating system, the switchboard between wakefulness and sleep, began to stabilize. In other words, the 4-4-4 rhythm acted as a manual override for insomnia. What ancient monks practiced for enlightenment, science has now confirmed for healing. Science now understands why this 4-4-4 breathing rhythm is so powerful. At its core, it's not magic. It's biology in perfect harmony. When you inhale for 4 seconds, you gently expand your lungs and diaphragm, signaling the brain that oxygen is abundant and there's no danger. Holding that breath for another 4 seconds allows carbon dioxide to accumulate slightly in the blood, a crucial trigger that enhances oxygen delivery to the brain and cells. Then, as you exhale slowly for 4 seconds, the vagus nerve, your body's primary relaxation switch, is stimulated, sending a wave of calm through the parasympathetic nervous system. This sequence creates an elegant loop: oxygenation, balance, and release. With repetition, the brain begins to entrain to this rhythm. EEG scans show a marked shift from high-frequency beta waves associated with stress and alertness to alpha and theta waves, the frequencies of relaxation, creativity, and early-stage sleep. Heart rate variability, HRV, a key indicator of nervous system health, increases dramatically, showing that the body is moving out of fight or flight and into rest and repair. Even hormones respond. Cortisol, the stress hormone, drops. Melatonin, the sleep hormone, begins to rise naturally. Blood pressure normalizes, and the amygdala, the brain's fear center, quiets down. The entire biological orchestra tunes itself towards stillness. The most fascinating part is how fast this happens. Within just 5 minutes of 4-4-4 breathing, measurable changes occur in brain activity and physiology. Neuroscientists have compared it to flipping a neural light switch, one that turns chaos into coherence. This is not just about relaxation. It's a reprogramming of your body's relationship to breath, to energy, and to sleep itself. The 4-4-4 rhythm acts like a key, unlocking the body's dormant intelligence. The intelligence that knows exactly how to heal, if only we would give it the right signal. Long before neuroscience ever existed, ancient mystics already spoke of the breath as the bridge between body and spirit. In the Sanskrit language, the word for breath is prana, meaning life force. In ancient China, it was called ki. In the Tibetan texts, it was lung. Across cultures, they all pointed to the same truth. The breath isn't just air, it's the carrier of consciousness itself. When your breath is scattered, your mind is scattered. When your breath is steady, your spirit becomes still. The 4-4-4 rhythm mirrors what these ancient teachings described as sacred symmetry, the balance of inhale, retention, and exhale as the rhythm of creation, preservation, and release. Mystics believe this pattern connected humans to the cosmic pulse, a rhythm that flows through stars, tides, and even the heartbeat of the earth. In modern language, this translates to coherence, a measurable alignment between the heart, brain, and electromagnetic field of the body. Modern quantum biology is now beginning to confirm what sages intuitively knew. Our cells communicate through frequencies and fields of energy. When breath becomes rhythmic and intentional, it stabilizes these fields, creating harmony across systems that were previously disordered by stress. In other words, deep breathing doesn't just calm the body, it restores energetic order. Spiritual practitioners call this alignment awakening. Scientists call it neural synchronization. But they are describing the same phenomenon, a unified state where the thinking mind quiets and the deeper intelligence of the body takes over. It's the point where breath becomes prayer, where science meets the sacred. So when you practice 4-4-4 breathing, you're not merely training your lungs. You're tuning into the same vibration that ancient monks, yogis, and healers once used to access higher consciousness. The breath that awakens both sleep and soul. Now that you understand the science and spirit behind the 4-4-4 rhythm, let's experience how it's actually done. The beauty of this technique lies in its simplicity. You don't need a quiet temple, a special cushion, or even a lump of time. Only awareness and your breath. But the details matter, because how you breathe determines how your brain responds. First, find a comfortable position. You can sit upright in a chair or cross-legged on the floor. Keep your spine straight but relaxed, as if a string is gently lifting the crown of your head. Rest your hands loosely on your thighs. Soften your jaw. Let your tongue rest gently on the roof of your mouth. Close your eyes, not tightly, just enough to turn your attention inward. Now, breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Feel the air expanding your lower belly, not your chest. Let it rise slowly into your ribs, then into your upper lungs. Hold the breath calmly for another count of 4. Not as a strain, but as a pause. A moment of stillness where everything inside you seems to quiet. Then exhale through your nose for 4 counts, letting the air leave slowly and completely, as if you're releasing the weight of the day. That's 1 full cycle. Inhale, hold, exhale, 4, 4, 4. The key is rhythm, smooth, even, and unforced. Don't rush. Let each breath merge seamlessly into the next, like waves touching the shore. Continue this cycle for at least 5 minutes, ideally up to 10. If thoughts arise, let them drift away with each exhale. You'll begin to notice subtle changes. Your heartbeat slowing, your shoulders softening, your mind quieting. The space between breaths will start to feel wider, calmer. You might even sense a tingling warmth spreading through your body. That's your nervous system shifting gears, entering the parasympathetic state. Practice this once during the day to reset your mind, and again before sleep to activate your brain's rest mode. The more you repeat it, the more effortlessly your body remembers what deep calm feels like. In time, this rhythm will no longer feel like a technique. It will become your natural state of being. Night is the time when your body is meant to surrender, to heal, to dream, to regenerate. Yet for most people, nighttime has become a struggle between exhaustion and anxiety. The 4-4 Night protocol is designed to restore the sacred transition between wakefulness and sleep, guiding your brain into deep rest without force, medication, or frustration. It's not just about breathing. It's about creating the perfect inner and outer environment for your nervous system. To trust that it can let go, begin about 30 minutes before bed. Dim your lights. Put away all screens. Their blue glow tells your brain it's still daytime. Sit or lie down in a quiet, comfortable place. Take a moment to whisper a silent intention. Tonight, I return to my natural rhythm. This small act of mindfulness primes your subconscious mind to cooperate with the process. Now, place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Feel the rise and fall of each breath. As you begin the 4-4-4 rhythm, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Imagine your breath as light moving through your body. With each inhale, picture calm energy flowing in. With each exhale, imagine the tension of the day dissolving into the air. Keep your attention low in the body, belly, heart, lungs, never in the head. After 3 to 5 minutes, you'll feel a shift. Your heartbeat slows, your thoughts soften, and a subtle wave of drowsiness begins to emerge. Continue for another few minutes until your body feels heavy and your eyelids begin to sink naturally. Don't try to sleep. Simply allow sleep to happen, because the 4-4-4 rhythm has already triggered the mechanisms that will take you there. As you lie back, let your breath return to its natural flow. If you wake during the night, use 1 or 2 rounds of the technique to ease back into stillness. Over time, this rhythm becomes an internal lullaby, one that teaches your brain when it's safe to rest deeply. With consistent nightly practice, your body begins to synchronize its melatonin release with this breathing pattern. You'll fall asleep faster, dream more vividly, and wake up feeling restored rather than drained. The 4-4-4 night protocol doesn't just help you sleep. It retrains your nervous system to remember what rest truly feels like. The first time you practice 4-4-4 breathing, something subtle but unmistakable begins to happen. Within just a few minutes, your body starts to respond as if it's finally being heard after years of silence. You may notice a warm wave spreading through your chest, a light tingling in your fingers, or even a gentle buzz behind your eyes. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your nervous system is recalibrating, that blood flow is improving, and that your brain is shifting into a calmer frequency. As your breath steadies, your heart begins to follow. The chaotic fluctuations caused by stress start to even out. Heart rate variability, the measure of your body's adaptability, rises, signaling that you are entering a state of resilience and repair. Your muscles loosen their grip, your shoulders sink, and the tightness that you didn't even realize you were holding finally starts to melt. Mentally, you'll notice something extraordinary. The chatter in your mind, that constant stream of thoughts, worries, and to-do lists, begins to fade into the background. It doesn't vanish completely at first, but it loses its power. Your awareness becomes broader, quieter. Many people describe this as feeling clear but not empty. It's the state where the brain's default mode network, responsible for self-referential thinking, takes a pause, allowing stillness to emerge. Emotionally, you may feel a sense of release. a gentle peace you haven't felt in years. This is the body's way of saying, we're safe now. Cortisol levels drop, endorphins rise, and the vagus nerve sends calming waves throughout your system. Some people even experience spontaneous emotional release, tears, laughter, or a deep sigh, as stored tension finally leaves the body. These immediate effects are your body's proof that healing doesn't always take weeks or months. It can begin within minutes, through nothing more than breath. The 4-4-4 pattern teaches your cells to trust again, to remember their natural rhythm of balance and repair. Each inhale becomes a renewal, each exhale a surrender. When you finish, the world around you feels a little softer, a little slower, as if you've stepped out of time. This is what calm truly feels like. Not forced, not manufactured, but earned through presence. It's your brain awakening to the peace that was always waiting behind every breath. As the days turn into weeks of practicing the 4-4-4 breathing rhythm, something profound begins to unfold. You start to notice that rest no longer feels fragile. It feels inevitable. Your body remembers how to sleep deeply, and your mind no longer resists it. Within a few weeks, people report waking up before their alarms, feeling more alert, more creative, and more emotionally balanced than they have in years. This is not a placebo. It's the body's natural intelligence reawakening after years of disconnection. Long-term practice of the 4-4-4 technique rewires your brain's relationship with stress and sleep. Studies from neurocardiology labs in 2025 show that consistent rhythmic breathing increases communication between the heart and the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for decision-making, focus, and emotional regulation. This new coherence strengthens neural pathways that promote calm thinking under pressure. Over time, you stop reacting impulsively to life and start responding with clarity. Sleep becomes more restorative because the body learns to drop into deep, slow-wave cycles faster. Memory consolidation improves, meaning your brain processes and stores information more efficiently during sleep. People often describe this as waking up mentally refreshed, as if their brain had defragmented overnight like a perfectly tuned computer. Emotionally, the benefits are equally profound. The 4-4-4 rhythm teaches your system how to self-soothe. Anxiety softens, mood swings stabilize, and the sense of internal conflict fades. As cortisol levels stay lower throughout the day, your body stops wasting energy on survival mode and redirects it toward creativity, healing, and long-term vitality. Many practitioners also report unexpected transformations, bursts of inspiration, renewed motivation, even spiritual insights arising during practice. That's because, as your nervous system calms, your subconscious becomes more accessible. Dreams become more vivid, intuition sharpens, and problem-solving becomes effortless. What once required willpower now flows naturally. Physically, your immune system strengthens. Your digestion improves. Inflammation decreases. You begin to look and feel younger, not because of magic, but because your cells are finally functioning in a state of repair rather than defense. The body, when given safety, knows exactly how to heal itself. After months of consistent practice, many describe an entirely new relationship with life, one where peace isn't something to chase, but something that breathes with them. The 4-4-4 technique doesn't just improve your nights, it transforms your days. It teaches you to live in rhythm with your own biology, to move with the flow of energy instead of fighting against it. Sleep becomes sacred again, A nightly awakening rather than an unconscious escape. The magic of 444 breathing extends beyond sleep. It is a bridge between mind and body, science and spirit, the conscious and subconscious. When practiced consistently, it teaches you how to synchronize your internal rhythms, creating a profound sense of balance that permeates every aspect of life. Your heart, brain, and nervous system begin to operate in harmony, creating what researchers call physiological coherence, a state where energy flows efficiently, stress dissipates naturally, and clarity emerges effortlessly. In this state, the division between doing and being starts to dissolve. Tasks that once felt overwhelming now feel manageable. Emotional turbulence calms, and decisions become intuitive. The breath becomes a guide, a subtle metronome that aligns your energy with your intentions. Science confirms that this coherence strengthens the connection between the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system, improving emotional regulation, memory, and focus. Spiritual traditions interpret the same effect as awakening the subtle energy channels of the body, allowing life force to move freely. The 4-4-4 rhythm becomes more than a sleep aid. It becomes a tool for self-mastery. By consciously controlling the breath, you influence the autonomic nervous system, taking command of states that were previously automatic. Anxiety, stress, and insomnia are no longer uncontrollable forces, but signals you can work with and transform. This mind-body synchrony reshapes the way you experience the world. Your presence deepens. Moments of joy become richer. Relationships improve because your emotional balance allows you to respond rather than react. Creativity flourishes as your mind gains access to the calm, receptive spaces that are normally drowned out by stress and distraction. In essence, 4-4-4 breathing creates a rhythm not just for your sleep, but for your entire life. It is the hidden code of balance, a secret that combines the wisdom of ancient mystics with the precision of modern neuroscience. Through this practice, the act of breathing becomes an awakening, an opportunity to reclaim control over your biology, your mind, and ultimately, your experience of reality. Looking ahead, the implications of the 4-4-4 breathing technique are nothing short of revolutionary. Sleep science, long dominated by pharmaceuticals and environmental interventions, is entering a new era, one where conscious breath becomes a primary tool for health, performance, and mental clarity. Imagine a world where insomnia, chronic fatigue, and anxiety are no longer treated as chronic conditions requiring chemical intervention, but as signals that the body's natural rhythm has been disrupted. The 4-4-4 technique offers a pathway to restore that rhythm quickly and effectively. Hospitals, wellness centers, and even corporate wellness programs are beginning to integrate breath-based interventions. Early studies show that employees practicing daily 4-4-4 cycles experience higher productivity, improved focus, and lower stress levels. Athletes report faster recovery times, better sleep quality, and enhanced performance. Students see improved memory retention and creativity. Scientists are now investigating its potential in treating neurological disorders, including anxiety, PTSD, and sleep-related cognitive decline. This is just the beginning. As technology evolves, the combination of neurofeedback, wearable sensors, and guided breath training could amplify these effects, creating personalized protocols that teach each individual's body its ideal rhythm. The convergence of ancient wisdom and modern innovation hints at a future where humans are no longer at the mercy of chaotic schedules, artificial stimuli, or restless minds. Instead, we could live in alignment with our most fundamental biological intelligence, the breath. The 444 technique reminds us that the answers we seek are often hidden in plain sight. In every inhale and exhale, there is a pathway to restoration, balance, and profound inner clarity. The next frontier of human potential may not be found in labs or apps alone, but in the simple, conscious act of breathing, connecting science, spirit, and the timeless wisdom that has always been within us. Now it's your turn to experience the transformation. Tonight, before you sleep, take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and begin the 444 rhythm. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Let each cycle calm your nervous system, release tension, and prepare your mind for deep, restorative sleep. Remember, this isn't just about falling asleep faster. It's about rewiring your body and brain to operate in harmony, to awaken the potential that lies in every cell. As you continue this practice nightly, observe the subtle changes. Your mind feels clearer, your energy more balanced, and your emotions steadier. Share your experience with others. Inspire your friends, family, or colleagues to discover the power that resides in their own breath. Subscribe for more techniques, stories, and discoveries that blend science with ancient wisdom, helping you unlock the full spectrum of human potential. Perhaps the most profound insight is this: the key to awakening may never have been found in the rush of the morning, the endless to-do lists, or the latest productivity hack. It may have been quietly waiting in each breath you take, guiding you into the restorative, transformative sleep that your body has always known how to achieve. Tonight, let your breath lead the way.